Welcome back, everyone. In the Strap podcast tonight, we have a special guest, Matt Bush, and we're going to be talking about a couple different things. Mr. America, what happened last week with a couple different super matches. We're going to talk about future tournaments, the Twin State Tournament of Terror that Iron Link Arms is putting together. They do it, doing a great job so far. Yep, I got my shirt on too. Obviously, got to. And yeah, let's break it off with that, and then we'll be talking about other future tournaments too as well, like Tester Frame 2, which is going to be in New Jersey. We have to hit the Tri-State in order to be New York Tri-State Arm Wrestling, so we have to do that too as well. We're going to be talking about a couple super matches that Matt has a bunch coming up too as well, and I couldn't even put one together with him because he's so busy with all these freaking super matches, which is great, left hand, right hand, and so yeah, Matt, tell us about well, we're going to talk a little bit about the tournament. We'll jump back to Mr. America from last week, but I want to talk about you for a little bit and your whole crew and Iron Link Arms, the tournament that's coming up October 25th. Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me on the podcast again.
Of
It's always a
course.
pleasure. Yeah, the
Always,
shirt looks good on you.
always.
Yeah, no, we're super excited. We're about a week out. Next weekend, the 25th, we're gonna be hosting our tournament, and we got a good series of super matches going on beforehand. I believe we have 8 or 9 that we have happening, and then we're gonna have the open tournament afterwards. We got a lot of stuff planned. We got a lot of Halloween stuff for the kids. We're gonna have a costume contest. Um, got a lot of stuff going on too. We uh, got my buddy coming to do some catering for us. He's gonna be the vendor for the event, so we're gonna have awesome food there. So
Great.
if you guys come, don't go elsewhere. We're gonna have plenty of food there on site for you. Um, I got my buddy coming. He's going to be doing bodywork stuff. He has his own bodyworks company, and he's amazing. He knows everything you need to know about the body. So he's going to be doing probably 15 to 30 minute, works for people, mostly arms and shoulders. So he's coming to do that, and we're super excited.
Nice, man. Sounds great. The other thing, who do you have in your crew? Pretty much that are pulling there. Tell us a little bit about the super matches that are going to be there too as well, and October 25th, correct?
October 25th, next Saturday. Yes, we're probably going to start.
Vermont.
Uh, Yep, it'll be well. The venue is in Woodsville, but it's right across the border from Vermont. It's right there on the border.
Okay.
Uh, so it's yeah, it's no, we every I want to say every match we have except for the main event is going to have an Iron Link Arms uh person in it. So it's
Awesome.
basically like oh, go ahead.
Awesome. So, who's going to be? Could we expose like the actual matches? Could we tell? Because I've seen a couple of matches posted already.
Yeah, absolutely. The exact order, I've got the order made out. I'm probably going to post it this weekend.
Okay.
But we can kind of go, match by match and talk about it. So the first match is going to be my brother Chris Bush against Granite Arms Cole Nelson,
Okay.
and that's going to be a best of 5 on the right arm. They're both kind of that amateur, lower level, semi pro level. So they're both moving up in the ranks. I don't believe they've actually pulled each other in a tournament. They've been at the same tournament, but they've actually never pulled each other. So I think style wise, it's going to be a pretty good matchup. Uh, my brother's got a really good hand on him, and Cole's got a long lever. He's a long top roller. So I think it's going to be kind of a hook versus top roll situation for that. So I'm very interested with that. I don't know if you've ever pulled Cole before. Have you pulled Cole in a tournament at all, or
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Is Cole? Does he have curly hair by any chance?
he doesn't have curly hair. He's definitely a redhead. He's got redhead. I think he's got a thin beard. He's definitely taller.
Not sure. I'm not
I
100.
think I think if you've seen him, he's been in a couple of your tournaments. I think. I think if you've seen him, you'd recognize him.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I was gonna say, yeah, and no disrespect to your brother and you. I know we were talking about having a super match, and then I was gonna take it, and then I was thinking about it, and I ended up taking this match that kind of James put together out of nowhere. I didn't even really know because if I would have known it was right hand, I probably wouldn't have. I don't want to say wouldn't have taken it. I probably still would have taken it, but
Yeah,
it's just I'm a stronger left-handed puller. Um,
absolutely.
yeah, and a big difference. A big difference. I've pulled a lot of people. You know what I mean? But still strong with my right hand. Still strong with my right hand. I definitely have to. We have to set something up eventually in the future with your brother. Fresh. I pulled your brother in after pulls. Such a strong hand, very strong. He's getting so good. I mean, he placed either first or second in so many of my tournaments. So yeah, I can't wait to see him pull. And also, more. Who's the second match?
So the second match is going to be we've got Will Farron versus Mike Benson, and that's going to be a best of five on the right arm. It was going to be both left and right, but I believe Will's he's got something going on with his left wrist, so
Yeah.
he's taking a hiatus right now with that. So that'll be just a right arm best of five. Um, Will is very decorated. He's got a lot of accolades. He's got a lot of good wins on really good people. So this will be a good test for Mike because Mike's super underestimated. I mean, I pull him on a weekly basis, and he's just so strong. But as far as his exposure with tournaments and super matches and stuff, that's probably where he's gonna, as compared to Will, where he's gonna lack a little bit. But still, I think from that strength perspective, I mean, Mike's super strong. Will is very technical, so I think it's going to be that match of strength and technical. It's another really interesting match that I'm not even sure where it's going to go. To be honest with you,
This is going to be just on the right. You said right?
just on the right arm. Yeah.
Yeah. I pulled Benson. He's ridiculously strong. So strong. I mean, and for his weight class, right? Is he 190, 198?
So he's got the arms of a 198 guy, but he's actually like 172 pounds.
Oh my God. I mean, he's jacked.
Yeah, he's got like 17-inch arms, and I mean, it's just
So strong.
wakes up in the morning, he's got a pump. Yeah, I mean, it's just super strong, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he looks big too. He doesn't look like he's a smaller guy. You know what I mean? He definitely looks bigger.
We call him Bicep Mike for a reason. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. But Mike's got to, not to try and give too much away for Will and certain people, but Mike's very versatile in a lot of different lanes. So I mean, Mike can top roll. He can jam in a hook. He can catch in a hook. He's even got a press too. So I mean, I think Will Will has options too, but I think his over dominant power lane is definitely that big lobster hand that he calls himself,
Yeah,
and he's got that really good low hand top roll position. So if you can kind of negate that position, I mean, you'll be better. But it's very hard to stay out of that spot, especially in straps against Will.
yeah, yeah. Will's really good too. Just had him pull at the Average Joes versus the Purple Cobras. I mean, he won his match. He's just getting better and better. I thought for some reason Yusuf was pulling him for some reason, but
He is. So in early December at the Natty Bros, the next Natty Bros event,
oh, okay,
him and Yusuf are pulling for best of five.
got you.
Yeah,
Got you.
that'll be interesting.
That'll be interesting. They're both really good, so that'll be really good to see. Yusuf's getting. I mean, he's really good right hand. He's better left-handed, but he's really good right-handed. So I'm
Yeah, I
excited.
mean his last outing kind of surprised me. I mean, we'll get to him once we talk about our match, but his last outing was it surprised me a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I because Ryan's getting so good. I know Chris Michaels talks very highly of Ryan, and so for Yusuf to make those adjustments still and to I mean, basically kind of had the same match that they had
last
just
time.
just last time. It was like almost. I mean, I think there was more fouls this time, but it was a very similar kind of
Yeah.
match, you know.
Yeah, the way they pulled it was very similar. I think it ended up the same way too. But it's just Yusuf is such a technical and such a smart puller. It really shows on the table. You know, it really does every single time that he pulls. You know, so he's so good. I mean, to adjust. You know, and Ryan's. I mean, he's no joke. So just for the fact that every single time that I've seen him pull, Yusuf has this kind of high hook type top roll where he posts really, you know, and he pulls in with the strap,
Yep,
and it's hard to get it out of that position. You know what I mean? Because he's almost has you palm up and towards him. So
yep.
it's like, I mean, he's really good, especially in the straps. He's really good. I can't wait to see him pull. You know, in December, which is going to be great up against Will. I mean, he's a beast, right-handed. So
Yeah,
uh,
they're both kind of the same style. You know, they both have that low. That I mean, it's I say low hand top roll, but the way they set up, they're very high webbing,
yeah,
but they drop that hand
they
down.
drop that hand as soon as they get into that. That's what they do. They pull back and they kind of crank their hand down just a little, just to give it just enough of just enough to get over on your hand just a little bit, and they use the bottom of that strap to pull you towards them. You know what I mean? So
Yep,
it's a smart way to pull. It really is a smart way to pull. Um,
exactly. Yeah, very smart. It's basically who's going to get to that spot first, right?
yeah.
Who's gonna close that hand at
Yep.
the right time and snap it back
And
and
have
get,
that
and get
pronation,
just enough on their
be able to
fingers.
actually get over, have that pronation, be able to get over on their hand, you know, because they're both have really good hands. It's just whoever gets there first, I think it's going to be.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we just went over Mike and Will. So the next match is going to be, and these might be slightly out of order. Again, I still have to sit down and kind of really get the list down. But these are basically just top of my head right now. Um, Next match we're looking at it's going to be uh, Lawrence Hanley versus Timothy Bushy.
Nice.
So Larry's been with us for a couple years. He's got a lot of experience in the sport of arm wrestling. Um, he's from the Burlington area, and he used to pull with the Bill Sinks and the Vermont Power guys, and
Nice.
he knows James and Patrick Weeks. He's practiced with the Borderline guys too, so that's kind of where he's come from, and then he moved over to this area a
Right.
couple years ago, and he's been with us for a couple years. But Larry's very versatile, very technical. So this is going to be a best of five, both hands, 198 cap. So Tim's agreeing to come up a little bit. I think Tim walks around in that mid 180s anyways.
Yeah.
So I think he's probably going to come in. I mean, he might come in like high 180s, maybe close to 190, maybe. Been with us for a
Um,
couple of years. But Larry's very versatile, very technical.
Give me 1 second. Sorry about that.
There you go. I was wondering who else was talking because that sounds just like me.
Right? Sounds so familiar.
Yeah, what's going
Who is
on here? It's
that
like
guy?
doppelganger.
Sounds so familiar.
Yeah. Is
I
Yusuf messing
just
with
want
me?
to make
No.
sure that I'm saying hi to everybody that's on the chat. What's up, Tim Bushy? How's everything going? Jeremy Parker, what's up, bud? Stephen Durak, what's up, my man? Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Yeah. So I still want to go, through the matches and see what you think. And I know you're gonna go with your Iron Link arm guys because you're an Iron Link arm. It's hard to not go. But I want to go through the matches and give my opinion and things to see what's going to happen, what could happen.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Um, what do we go? What was the first match we just said? It's going
So
to be
we
your
get
brother
yep.
versus. I don't
So
really, I don't really remember Cole unless I probably if I gotta literally look him up and see exactly and probably do know him.
yeah,
Um, but I can't go against your brother. So I'm going to say your brother. Your brother's got a really good hand. I don't know anything about Cole, so I still have to, see exactly what it is. But I'm always going to put, make sure I root for your brother. So I gotta. He's like family, so I have to.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. And
What's
then we
up?
got so then we got Mike Benson and Will Ferrin next.
Mike Benson, he's so strong. So is Will. Um, And I saw he's got a really good hand. I mean, I haven't seen him pull too much to really know how he pulls. Will, I've seen him pull. He's a really good strap puller. I mean, I'm gonna go with Will on this one, just for the fact I haven't seen Mike pull too much, even though Mike is so strong, super strong. And
Yeah.
this is actually gonna make a statement from Mike if he ends up beating Will at that weight class, which would be, I don't want to say it would be great to see, but it would be different to see
Yeah.
someone that we don't know too well and beats somebody like Will Ferrin, because Ferrin's, I mean, that weight class is really good, really
Yeah.
really good.
And it's a huge opportunity for, yeah, you're kind of like you said, for Mike to prove, what he's got and who he is.
Yeah.
And I totally agree. I think if he can pull it off, it'll be a huge victory. Um, but no, I think that's not unreasonable to say that, like, on paper, Will Will's probably the one, right? And that's me trying to be the unbiased, you know, main promoter for this event, right? But
That's
100% definitely not counting Mike out, because of course I pull with him on a weekly basis, and you know, he's uh he's definitely got the lanes, he's got the pressures, he's got the frame. So, um, yeah, it's gonna be a good match regardless.
I don't remember who it was. Tim Bushy and your buddy too. But I
Yep.
don't.
Lawrence Hanley. Yep.
I'm not sure 100% on Lawrence. The name sounds familiar. If I see him, I probably know who he is. I can't
He's
get away
he's
from
been relatively inactive as far as competitions. A couple of years ago, he competed in the Ronnie Bean, um, but that was his. I want to say that was his last. That was, oh no, excuse me. Our last tournament we had, the Twin State Tournament 2. Larry did pull a couple classes there. So I think he's looking to really get back into the mix, because of course, years ago he competed a bunch, and he's been in the sport for many many years. So I think he wants to get back to that competitive edge. Get back into the ring and start pulling a lot of these guys who are, you know coming in, that are really, making a name for themselves. So someone like Tim, and the reason why we kind of put this match together was, Tim has just been doing super well. Tim's got a super big, strong hand.
Yeah.
Uh, and how he, just pulled Matt Morrison, did very well riding against him. I've seen Tim hit into guys like Sam Mitchell, and like have a good hit, where Sam had to kind of catch him low to the pin pad. I think Sam brought him back, but to be able to even hit into a guy like Sam like that, I think is shows, gives him a lot of credibility of, how far he's come even in the past year or two. Uh, so it's kind of a test for Tim, because it's kind of that, experience versus, kind of up and comer still to a degree. But I think Tim he's also, he's an up and comer, but he's strong. He's super
He's
strong.
strong as fuck. I'm gonna put my
Yeah.
money on Tim on this one, to tell you the truth. Nothing against your buddy. Don't know who he is, but Tim is my guy. I mean, he's a great guy. He's a great puller. Like you said, super strong ham.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jennifer and Learn for watching. Thanks for watching, Jen. And Jeremy, Timmy's watching too as well. But yeah, and Tim has been doing great. He's been getting better. His hand is so strong, and I actually took a couple of notes on watching him to see what I should do, to get my hand stronger too as well. So I've been doing that. I've done it. I did it before the match too. So I've been trying to get my hand stronger.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I'm gonna say Tim on this one. Tim's just been getting so good, and his son too, Alex. He's been getting so good. He weighs 140 pounds, and he pulls guys that are 154, 160, and he beats them, on the pro class. So he's been getting so well.
Yeah. Alex is such a great dude too. I mean, just their whole family is they're just
Really
really
nice.
great, really great people.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, I believe they're bringing the whole squad, so they're going to be,
yeah,
they'll be representing Mount Washington. Valley Arms will be there. It'll be good.
nice.
Yep.
What's up, Jeremy Parker and Steve Durex's, Mr. Steve Fermanez? How have you been, brother? Busy, working, putting a couple things together. Tomorrow I have a party actually that I have to doing at my store, which is a New York Smoke paint party, which is gonna be
Oh, that's
great.
tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I posted a couple things so people could see and stuff. What's up, Aiden LeMay? What's up, Jamie? Marshall, thanks for watching. And Tim Bushy, come log in with me, Steve Fernandez. Tim, yeah, it's probably the way I get my hands as strong as yours. The only way to do it. But yeah, I would say ridiculous, man. Ridiculous hand, really strong, great family. Bushies, really are. So, who's the next match that you have on the card?
So next match, we're looking at Ethan Sherritt versus Tyler Edlin. Best
Oh
of
my
five, right hand,
God!
banger.
I'd have to say that's the best match yet so far that you said.
Very interesting match. Very for the
It's gonna be a
style
great,
matchup. Yeah,
it's gonna be a great match. Ethan goes in with the hook. I mean, such a strong hook, such a strong hook. He's a fucking bulldog in there. I mean, so fast, hits so hard. Tyler hits. I don't think it's hard. I think fast. I don't know if he's as fast, but having that high post and that long arm, I think is going to cause a problem for Ethan. It might cause
potentially. Yeah,
if he doesn't, and Ethan knows how to swing out to kind of open you up, to have to. I mean, so I think Tyler's going to have be able to maybe open him up, depending on who gets their position first, really. But because Ethan's such a bulldog with that hit, man. I mean, and not only that hit, but he can surge twice and just hit it just as hard or even harder the second time if he has to.
oh, absolutely.
But I'm never going to count Tyler Edlin out. He is such a great puller, great top roll, great hand. He's getting so strong, and I just you can never count him out. I mean, he's full grind. So I'd say that's the best match so far, to tell you the truth.
It's tough to predict it, right?
Yeah,
Because it can really go if Tyler can get on his fingers just a little bit, and he can hit hard to that opposite shoulder with that
right,
top roll.
right.
I think that could go that way, but Ethan's
And
hook cup containment.
they're so strong and so fast. And even when you think you have it and he hits again, it's just almost kind of remind me of Miguel Fernandez a little bit, like a smaller version of Miguel Fernandez type.
Yes,
When he hits like that with that second surge, because it's sometimes it even seems like it's even stronger the second time, and Miguel does that all the time.
it is because at once he hits the second time, he's gained a little bit more better cup and positioning. So then
Yeah,
when he
yeah,
hits
yeah.
the second time,
He's
he's
got a
got
lot
way
more.
more of that frame behind him.
Yep.
And a
More
lot of people,
position, more frame, more hand, more control.
yep. So his Ethan's side pressure. A lot of people
Oh
don't know like
yeah,
how Ethan trains his side pressure, but Ethan's got this new machine. He's got that Michael Todd side pressure machine. He's had it for maybe 4 or 5 months now, and periodically he has worked up in weight with his side pressure, and he doesn't. There are some people that you see on they post online and they show their side pressure stuff where they're using a lot of shoulder kind of behind it. Ethan kind of intentionally lets the handle be a little bit outside his shoulder, so when he uses his side pressure, it's actually genuinely
you've
he's
seen me how I do my side pressure.
100%.
Open side pressure, 100 pounds, all the way side. That's what
Yes,
kept me into the game. My last match is my disgusting side pressure to be able to still hold that. You know what I mean?
he had a hard time with that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he did. He
Fuck
did have a hard time with that. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, so that side pressure that Ethan's, I mean, his side pressure's always been his dominant force, but
Ridiculous. Yeah.
it's now more calculated and precise. And when he gets his cup in here with that finger pressure, him trying to roll out his fingers once he's already got the containment,
Yeah.
it's and for a top roller, for a posting top roller to try and roll out of that finger containment, just from my personal experience pulling them on a weekly basis, it
Yeah.
is getting harder and harder and harder because it's just that side pressure just keeps going that way
Right.
with the top.
That's what I
It's
kind of
brutal.
need to do a little bit more is have a little bit more containment to be able to drive that with me sideways the whole time instead of having my hand back like that and having to drive. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's really good that Ethan's getting better on that. I mean, he always had a really good hand, but that's
Yeah.
what I have to work on a little bit more containment on my hand and stuff. I just want to shout out a couple of guys just watching. So we have couple people watching right now. A few people actually watching and loving and liking. So thank you so much, guys, for watching and liking. John Gilshaw, Tim Clark, Mike Yamorich, and Michael Holmes, and Tyler Edlin is watching. Tyler, we're just talking so much shit about you. No, I'm just kidding. We were actually just talking about how good of a puller you are actually posting top roll, almost like high hook top roll, depending on what you really need to do. But it's just Ethan might have a problem with that, or just like Matt is saying, because of his containment that's getting so good and such a good side pressure, and he's got a ridiculous hook. I think it's going to be like we were talking about before. I think it's going to be whoever can get to their position first. That's who I think it's going to be. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, they both hit so hard. They're both so fast, and I mean, there's no quitting each. This is going to be the best match so far that we spoke about, hands down. That's what I think. You know.
And this was a match that we actually made pretty early on. I think back in because we started talking about this tournament back in May. Kind of slowly starting to put the pieces together, talking about potential matchups, and Ethan was talking about who he wants to pull and what would make sense, and one of the first names that came up was Tyler. So I think they've kind of been on this kind of collision course, and I know Tyler. I believe he's still kind of competing in the 76s, maybe, but he's been
Who,
kind of
Tyler?
he's been bulking up a little bit. I
He's
think
he's
kind of off and
76.
on.
If he needs to, he can jump up to about 180 something.
Yeah,
I think he naturally walks around about 180 something.
sure.
So, but and I think Ethan is about 190 now, right?
He floats between like a 180, 188 and 190. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, that's as fair as you can get. You know what I mean?
They're pretty close.
I think
Yeah.
Tyler's probably going to be because he cuts down to get a 176. So I think he naturally probably walks around. I think 183 probably maybe I would say. So
Gotcha. So he'll probably
Tyler, if
come in
you're
at
watching,
185.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was going to say Tyler, if you're watching, what are you thinking about walking into the match with Ethan Sherritt? I like to know a little bit more to what your plan is, you know. And if you want to jump on the show, let me know, dude. I was loving to have you on the show, well, and definitely love to talk about it. But what's our next match, Matt?
So our next match is going to be Aaron Mosgay versus once again Lawrence Hanley.
Okay,
So Larry is he's gonna be pulling two people this super match series. So how I'm spreading it out, I'm trying to put a couple guys in between each of the matches. Um, and all three competitors, they all know that Larry's pulling twice, so everybody agreed to the terms. So nobody's going to be surprised that he's pulling two guys. Um, Larry does have really good endurance, and when he comes to practices, he's a guy that'll pull for the whole 3 hours, and he feels like he's still pulling at 80-90% capacity, right?
yeah,
So he'll be pulling Aaron Mosgay. Do you know much about Aaron?
yeah,
Okay, so he pulls with the Twins, with the Twin City guys, I believe, up there in Maine. Aaron's super strong. He's got a super good hook. Actually, at our last tournament, at last Twin State tournament two, um, Eric Fisk pulled two classes. He pulled 76s and 98, and him and Aaron had this hook war. I mean, I swear it was at least a minute and a half. I mean, they were both in this hook. It was just, I was fortunate enough to ref the match, and like just the fact they went back and forth in this hook, and it was like the most amazing match. So we made that match like the match of the day because it was just such a spectacular match. So
nice.
Aaron's super good in that hook. and Larry kind of has a similar style with that hook, but he's also got a good top roll too. So it'll be an interesting match.
What do you think?
I think it's gonna be a badass match. I think Matt's gonna fucking smash it.
We're talking about Larry and Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh,
Welcome to the conversation, James.
listen,
It's
I
okay. You're
just
good.
got home.
Anyways, this is our
That's
co-host
next.
James Mason. He's about a half an hour late to our show, so everybody say hi to our co-host James Mason because he's always fucking late. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
what's up, Dan brothers? What's going on? What's up, gangsters? And the menace, of course, because the gangster is not a menace. You know what I mean? The menace is not a gangster. He's just. But missed you, brother. Missed you, man. How you been? How's everything going?
I,
Of course, your volume and your speaker suck, so we can't hear what you're saying.
I have my phone on the table. Is that better?
That's much
That's
better
better.
because now I can hear you.
Okay, so just a fun fact: you can't set the iPhone flat like vertically. You gotta put it horizontally.
Yeah,
Um, I'm getting the
the
laptop set
speaker.
up right now, and I'm sorry. But again, what a happy surprise it is to see Mr. Matt Bush on my iPhone. And it's
Likewise.
awesome to see you too, Steve. I think the hat's new, but I'm feeling
No,
it.
the hat I have since 1974, bro. It just looks new.
Ooh, 74.
74, bro. You weren't born in
I'm just
74.
kidding. I'm throwing a number out there. I'm just throwing a number out there.
No, I'm gonna call you on your bullshit.
It's usually I say 1952. So, but 74 looked like it was a kind of realistic. But I'm not that
Yeah,
fucking old. I wasn't even born that. You know what
I was just say, what
You
are
were
you? What are
made.
you? Are you like a 79?
I mean? I'm at 84.
84. You're just a baby, dude. Grow up, Peter Pan.
Dude, what are you talking about? You're younger than I am. Shut up.
Shut your whore mouth. We're both raised in the same generation.
How old are you? You're like 29.
27.
27, dude. Put some respect on my
Even
name.
worse. Even worse. Shut up, James.
Even worse. Shut up. Shut up, Steven.
I did miss you though, buddy. Did miss you.
I miss both of you guys. I hope all is well. I know I'm hopping in late. I'm getting the laptop set up, but I pulled the iPhone up for you guys because I care about you.
Awesome.
Um, so just give me a quick
So we just ran through a couple different matches that he's going to be having. Iron Link Arms is going to be having Matt. That he's going to be having at the Twin tournament. What is it again? Twin State
tournament of
Tournament
terror,
of Terror.
right?
Yeah.
Tournament of Terror. Yep.
So
I think I
got my
might make
shirt
it to
on.
that.
Got my shirt on. I'm looking good. I got 10%
Oh
more
wait,
power right now.
when were you selling T-shirts?
What's that?
When did you sell T-shirts? Was it online or was it at events? I didn't see them.
Yeah, so we're gonna have obviously we're gonna have t-shirt sales at the event. But I've also been doing custom orders for people. They've been
I
reaching
got the
out,
best
and
one, just so everybody knows. You can see
I
that
liked yours. I
on
liked
one
yours a
side,
lot.
and you can see mine on the other.
Oh wow.
I got the
Yep.
best shirt right now.
If you still want one, James, I can. I mean, we can make it happen.
Look at
Custom
me.
order. I'll send it right to your house.
Nuh-uh. All right.
Yep,
DM me. And I'm totally about that, dude.
I got you. I'll put your name on it. I'll put your team logo on the sleeve. So
I'll put
Oh,
yeah,
your.
that's dope. You're making
I
like
got you.
that's super cool.
Yeah. So
Because it's
Steve,
like
show
your
your
event where
sleeve
you're
again.
putting.
Yeah,
I like that. That's cool.
that's
Are
So
you
like
fine.
Steve.
advertising that?
Yep. So like Steve's
Okay.
got the New York Tri-State Arm Wrestling with his name above it, and then the other sleeve's got the New York Smoke emblem on the other side. So if you got two emblems you want,
Badass.
I'll put one on each sleeve, and then I'll put your name over one of them.
Oh, dude, I didn't even notice that. My fucking name is over my
You
emblem
didn't
now.
notice that?
I didn't
Yeah,
even
dude.
Dude,
notice that.
how
I
did you
got
not notice
you.
Luis
that, Steve?
Fernandez, dude.
I
That's
got
awesome.
you. I always hook up my boys.
Dude, that's dope.
That's awesome.
I like
Wait,
that.
so what's it? What's it say? Who made this nooba host? Oh, that's James. They're talking about you. Mine's is the best, Steve. I'll arm wrestle you for that claim. No, I won't arm
Who's,
wrestle you for that claim, Dan.
who's talking shit? Dan?
Because Dan knows he'll beat me. That's why.
Yeah, he's the bully. How about Dan
He
and
is
me
the
have a
bully.
super match,
He's
that
the
little
bully.
bitch?
He's one of those guys that are. They look harmless, like oh, I can. I mean, he's nothing. And then you really pull Dan, and then you're like, what the fuck just happened? Like I did not think that was going to happen. Dan's got a really good hand.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying.
Yep.
All right.
There you are. Had to.
Wait, hold on. Let me grasp my ball. What's up?
Hey, let me ask you, Matt. um, what's the next match after the one we just
After,
said?
after Larry and Aaron, so the next one will be me and Yusuf.
Oh, that's going to be another really good match.
Yep.
Right hand, right?
Hold on. Real
This is right hand.
smash
Yep.
you.
Just righty. Best of five.
Oh yeah, that's
Yusuf.
right. Yusuf is still healing left.
Yeah, and he's actually, I think he's like pretty big right now. So we're doing a 183 cap. So I mean, it's like it's
And
we
you were
we were
coming down, Matt, weren't you?
I'm like 100. I just weighed myself just now tonight after all my meals and everything, and I was like 174.
Damn.
So in the
Damn.
morning, I'm like
You gotta
probably
bulk, man. You gotta eat. Eat more pancakes and shit.
I feel healthier and stronger than I ever have been in my entire life.
Damn, you weigh
And
less than I do. That's fucking that, and you're so much stronger than I am too.
I actually think I'm stronger than I was even when I bulked to 190 last November. I feel my lung capacity is better. My endurance is way better. But my strength not only is, it hasn't gone down, it's actually like gone up. Like it keeps progressively going up. So I'm not losing strength.
Awesome.
My protein's still, I'm still getting like super high protein numbers. So, as far as muscle strength growth, I haven't gone backwards. So I think there's a big stigma around, get as big as you can to get as strong as you can, which could be the case in some situations, but I don't think it's always the case. I think as long as you're still training hard, you're being healthy, you're eating your protein, you'll still get super strong.
Yeah, I believe that. And you're
Yeah,
actually, you're naturally. I mean, you're always eating healthy and doing what you got to do. So you're always in shape.
As Steve is eating
try.
potato chips.
Goddamn right.
Oh,
Whoa,
chips
I didn't
sound so
say
good right
me.
now.
Whoa, I didn't say me. I said Matt. Matt, I
That's
said.
right. That's valid. I'll give him
All
that.
right.
Yeah,
Look, one thing about me, I think you guys know, I'm a very honest, blunt motherfucker, dude. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say the way it is, or I'm gonna tell you how I feel, or
that's why I love you, man.
So,
That's why I
but yeah,
appreciate you about
sour
you.
cream, sour cream and onion. I mean, anyway, so can't wait for these matches. I can't go. Oh man, I don't know what's gonna happen because you got a really good top roll. Your hand is ridiculously good. In the strap, it might be a problem with you, even though you're good in the strap. I think Yusuf is a little bit better in the strap. I think you're stronger than Yusuf, even Yusuf is a little bit bigger. Your hand is so strong, and your hit is devastating. So, I mean, I think this is going to be really close. This is going to be a 3-2 match that Yusuf is going to have to go really technical with you. Your IQ on the table comparison to Ryan Woods, I think, is a little bit higher. So I think you'll try to figure something else out if you have to, not
Mhm.
go the same route to keep on doing the same thing. So, and nothing to take away from Ryan. Ryan's a phenomenal puller, and he's getting better and better and better. It's just that Yusuf's kryptonite is what I've seen, and
Yep.
Yusuf's learned how to pull Ryan. So I feel like that now is just he knows what he's got to do. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So with you, I think it's going to be a little bit different. Have you and Yusuf pulled before, haven't you?
I have pulled him once, and it was actually 2 years ago, at the Ronnie Bean. I was maybe 5 months in the sport, and I did AMs and pros that day for some reason because I thought it was cool. Um, I ended up winning the amateurs, but I had two pro matches, and they ran both the classes side by side. So as the AMs were happening, the pros were happening. So I was just bouncing between two tables. I pulled like 8 times per arm that day because I did both classes. It was stupid. So I lost uh, both of my pro matches, but then I went and I won the rest of the amateur ones. But Yusuf was one of the pro matches that I pulled that day, and we slipped and went to the strap, but And now listen, like how I was back then, I'm like, oh, totally different puller now.
Right.
But outside the straps, I had the hand on him, and if if I was pulling him now, I probably would have made different adjustments. But I still had a good hand on him, and I pulled him down, and it was about an inch and a half from the pad, but he was able to slip out of it. But his strap IQ at the time compared to mine was far superior. So he just had everything. He had the height. He had the pronation as the strap was tightening. He had all those little things. And then once they closed the hands, I felt how little purchase I had on his hand, and he was just right around where he needed to be. It just once the match started, it was he top rolled right over me. Um, but that'll be a different story next weekend. I can assure you.
No shit.
Yep.
Hold
So
on.
this was you 5 months in.
That was the last time I pulled them. Yep. So now we're 2 years later, about 2.5 years in the sport. Yep.
I would say both of you guys have gotten a lot better. Have you pulled Ryan Woods?
Yeah.
I remember you pulled Ryan Woods at the New York Arm Wars 2, and I think he beat you.
It was your first. I think it was your
New York
first New
Arm
York
Wars,
Arm
sorry.
Wars
New York Arm
because
Wars.
it was the first New York event I ever went to,
Yeah.
and Ethan and I and Caleb went down. So that would have been like, what was that? Was that like April of 24? I think
Yeah.
that's what it. So I was about 10 months in the sport at that time. And Ryan and I went to the finals both left and right, and he beat me uh, that day both times. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you've gotten a lot better. I think Ryan has gotten a lot better. Everybody really has. But I think you're a different puller right now. Especially seeing you at the last tournament with the King of the Tri-State. Beast. Beast. Against everyone. Everyone that was there. Your class was stacked, and you did great. So, Sam Mitchell, Daniel Schwartz, I mean, stacked 76 class. Shout out to Daniel Schwartz and Michael Tacho for watching, and Glenn McLaughlin. What's up, guys? What's going on? Thanks for watching. Oh, this is Glenn? The Glenn that's pulling? Who's
What
the
do you
guy
mean?
that's pulling in your in
That's
Ireland?
rude as you don't even know who you're talking about.
No, because the last match he was talking about. What's the guy that he was pulling
Oh
that's on your?
no, no, Aaron Mosgate.
Oh, Aaron Mosgay.
Yeah.
Aaron's a
He's
savage,
Uh,
pulling,
by the
he's
way.
pulling twice, left and right.
what's that?
He's pulling twice, left and right.
Yes. Yeah. Aaron's super good. Yeah. He's got a lot of good credibility to his name, and he's again that hook that he's got is super super strong. Um, so yeah, it'll be an interesting match for sure.
Nice. Shout out to Jordan Mask for watching. Jordan's an absolute beast. Can't wait to watch Dan and Jordan go at it again.
That's never happening again. Wanna know why? There's so many people to pull. Once you beat them, you don't need to pull them again.
That's a very questionable win. Very questionable.
Do you have that in the works soon, Steve? That rematch?
So I spoke to Dan. I spoke to Jordan. What we said is that I was going to give Jordan the next match, whoever was supposed to be pulling, on that next level match, which I have to talk to whoever Jordan's supposed to be pulling, and Dan vice versa. He's going to be pulling someone else. Depending on who wins their next match, obviously, then they're going to have their rematch. They should both win their matches to get their, to go up against each other. I think it was a very questionable calls, questionable wins. I mean, they both did a phenomenal job, but on both sides, it's like I want to see that match again.
Yeah.
I want to see that match again. Yeah, I need to see that match again.
Jordan's a beast. I
Jordan's a
mean,
monster.
I so
That's just
Shut up. He didn't smash him.
the
true,
first
bro.
time
No, you didn't. He didn't smash him.
The
You
first
weren't
time
there.
I
I
ever
was.
saw Jordan was at I want to say it was Lamoille County Field Days. I think back in like 2023. I went to that summertime, and I remember thinking like, man, yeah. I remember your match, James. I remember watching you and Sam pull,
Oh, dude, that
and you
fucked
guys
my
were
arm up for a year.
yeah, you guys were in that hook, and you were like, let's go. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
who is
dude.
this guy? This guy's crazy.
Go home. Hold on.
Yeah, that was the first time I met you too, or saw you. I saw you. I saw Jordan there. Jordan,
Matt
I
had
want to
super
say,
sexy long Jesus hair at the time, just for context. He was a
oh,
thirst
I
trap.
did
I saw it. We were there. I witnessed it.
it. Yeah, yeah, it was crazy, crazy hair, crazy times.
Yeah,
Uh,
he had the Jesus hair, Mr. Jesus.
yeah,
But what's the
someone
next?
else is wearing it now.
What's
Yeah.
the next match after this?
So yeah, after Yusuf and I, so Yusuf and I will be the pre uh
Pre-main event.
pre main event. So our main
Very good,
event's going to
very good,
be
very good pre-main event because I think that's probably the second to best match you said so far.
very nice. We have for the main event we have Chris Michaels going up against Lucas Kopitz from Poland,
Nice. Is he a
and
national champion in Poland?
yep. So Lucas is he's the current 70 kg national champ. He just had, I believe he just had Worlds, IFA Worlds back in, I want to say it was like April or May, and he won Worlds in the senior division at 70 kg. So he's a IFA
Wow.
world champion. Uh, he last December, I think it's on YouTube. He had a crazy match with against Hellboy. Sure, I know you guys all know Hellboy,
No shit.
and like Hellboy is like this super freak, and Lucas flashed it, flashed like Aiden LeMay flash pressed Hellboy.
Wow.
So Lucas is like he's not just some guy that's coming out of Europe and he wants it. He's like he's got some pretty good prestige to you know his
So
name. So
Lucas is like Cody Woods level.
oh, he's and he's definitely in that mix with all these top guys like the Joseph Morantos, but like Chris Michaels is number one on airs right now, and he's killing everybody in the 54s.
Yeah,
There's nobody, especially in this Northeast region, that's even touching Chris.
yeah.
And I think if Chris traveled more, I think it would, for the most part, I think it would still be kind of the same case. I'm sure that the Joseph Morantos and the Cody Woods would give him more of a fight, but
Well,
you
Wait,
know what
there's
I mean.
another guy.
Vadim,
There's
Vadim left-handed.
no,
That
no,
was a
no.
good match.
There's a guy right-handed that beats Chris Michaels that in the 154s.
Up in this neck of the woods, are you thinking?
Jamie Holborn.
Is he 54 though, or is
Yeah.
he, or what is he floating around nowadays?
Well, Vadim, same thing,
Burdock,
right?
Jamie Holburn is
Vadim's
154.
54, and Vadim beat him left-handed.
Yeah, yeah. Chris Righty though he's because I've pulled Chris left and right. Um, I mean, right. It's just I. I mean, it's ridiculous. His hand crushes my hand, and I rely on my hand so much. So he crushes me righty, lefty. Him and I are more of a match, but yeah, his right is just
Yeah.
brutal.
I do know Burdock's got pins on Chris Michaels on the right arm, at least 7. So that's not
That's
not a
good.
big number, but it's a decent number. But Bird and Chris Michaels, since I was a little boy, have been polling. But the biggest thing is Burdock never really left the state of Vermont for a while. Um, grew up. Another guy all the time was Jeremy. I'm gonna be be
Oh yeah, he pulls an Addison a lot, right? I think that's
his
being
name.
Speaking of Jamie, not Jeremy, but Jamie Holborn. He's got 2 matches coming up, left and right.
by the way, just so you know. Bad dude for a while. But yeah, Bird pulled Redeem left hand on the same day Chris.
I think Jamie needs to make a statement. And
Where's this happening?
this happened at Test Your Frame 2, baby.
Ooh.
We got some great matches. Matt Wilds is pulling both hands too. Matt Wilds is coming out again.
Yeah, I haven't seen him pull in a long time.
He's pulling left-handed Michael Hawks, and he's pulling right-handed Ray Romanowski.
Wait,
Oh.
who's pulling who? Who is this?
These matches are going to be so good.
No. Who is the name
man.
that's pulling Michael Hawks and Ray Romanowski?
Matt Wilds.
Matt Wilds.
Matt Wilds. That kid was in the series, right? He had the
Yes,
hockey
he was.
haircut.
And he beat the guy from Canada that's so good, and he still beat him.
Aiden said
Super
Matt Wilds
athletic,
sucked,
yeah.
so I never really kept him on
Say again?
radar. He wasn't that good, so I never kept him on my radar.
Aiden needs to shut up.
Aiden might have not. This might have been my opinion, but I just got it from his Facebook.
Shut up.
Don't worry about
Then
what
you need to shut up.
Wait, 198.
Nah, like 187.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just a.
She's not a little fella.
He's a little fella.
He's
He's
a
bigger than me.
stocky fella. Look
How
up
tall
Matt
is he?
Wilds. Look up Matt Wilds and tell me that he's a little fella. He's on the shorter side.
So he's little.
But he's a beast.
He's very athletic build. He's definitely
I'm
like
okay with that.
He's shredded and he's strong as hell.
he's got that
Got a
like
nasty. He's got a
football
nasty
running back
hook.
type of look. Yeah.
He's got a nasty hook. He's got a disgusting press. He's good. He's really good.
I'm
So,
happy
yeah.
for him.
Shush.
Either way, I heard October 25th, Matt Bush slapped some Yusuf Wilson. Gives him some mouth for that peanut butter in his mouth. That's what I heard.
We'll see what happens on October 25th. I'm not counting Yusuf out, but I would not want to fucking take Matt
Matt,
Bush's
are you
fucking
going
hit.
to redeem
I'd have to.
for the loss?
I have to.
Yusuf Wilson?
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. I got a lot of tricks. Like I got a lot of tricks in my book, and I think Yusuf's a little bit nervous.
He should be.
But I mean, hey, I don't know what he has to worry about. I think he knows what he has to do. But I think the question is for
If he
him
can
is he going to be able to get to what he needs to get to? And I
Right,
mean,
because you're a top roller, so you don't have to fall for the same things that a lot of your boys have been, or a lot of the guys. So here's the real thing: Steve has been fitting Yusuf in some of these lost their hands.
Whoa.
Allegations are real, people, but I'm here to set this fact
So
straight.
you really think that the match on New York Smoke Super Match Years against Sam Mitchell, you think that was easy for Yusuf? That was so hard that he literally busted his arm just to win that, and then he went for surgery.
I mean, everyone says surgery happens after they might have had a prolonged prior to that. But here's the real thing. Yusuf, and I don't give a shit when anyone there knows it. Yusuf beat men all day, and that's what happened.
I agree.
Listen, it can happen to the worst guy. If you start to doubt yourself, too, and I'm your sorry ass, and you don't know what to do, and I'm talking shit, and guess what? Yusuf's really good at that. So, and this is what I really want to see from Matt. I know Matt's a strong puller, but I don't think this will be the first time I've ever seen a live super match from Matt. So I'm really excited to see how he handles the adversity. So if Matt gets the first round on Yusuf and Matt lives on that and stays in his lane and attacks, if Yusuf starts running his mouth and Matt starts to doubt himself, doubt is the killer of all champions. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be Devin Lorette. Guess what? You ever seen Devin pull Levon? I know Devin doubts himself. And that's the problem right there, dude. If you get up to that table and you go, I don't know, it's going to be a long ride, and especially
Yeah,
if there's a
I
strength
agree
gap.
with you on that. I definitely
So,
agree with you on that.
again, Yusuf is very smart and strategic on that part. You know what I mean? The mentality of this sport or any sport, right? I played against guys that were way better than I was, but I sat there and talked shit the whole time, and I beat them because they had about shit. Yusuf's
Yep.
good at that. So again, I'm excited how strong Matt Bush is. I know how Bush is. Matt, do you have a name?
Nickname? I don't.
Okay,
I
we're gonna
don't.
work on
See,
that for this
Matt,
tournament.
I think
Matt
we'll work
Bush
on that.
the Bush.
Yeah.
Should be Matt the Bush. Should be Matt the Bush.
The
The Bush.
Bushinator.
No,
The
no, we're gonna do
Bushwhacker.
better than that. Steve, you're being a real Grinch right now.
Nah, hey, you know what it is? What I'm just thinking about the match, and I agree with you, 100%. And the only difference in Polar that I see though, um, Matt doesn't really, and nothing really phases him during the match. He doesn't scream if somebody's screaming in his face. He doesn't. He's a very same thing I'd say technical and tries to figure out what he needs to do next. So I don't. This is going to be a little bit of a difference. I don't think Yusuf's going to be able to get into Matt's head. I think Matt's too strong for that. If he's able to get out and do what he needs to. Um, Hand wise, Matt is such a great hand to get into the straps. I think Yusuf has a little bit more in the strap match than Matt does, but I think Matt's just super strong. So I think things are going to be it's going to be 3-2 either way. It's not going to be an easy match for either one of these guys. I don't think it's going to be a pin or a flash pin or any kind of fucking thing like that. And I think Matt's going to have to be ready for someone that's going to be screaming in his face, talking shit, making him want to doubt himself. And, he's got to be ready for those elbow fouls that Yusuf used, which is, smart to keep on, draining the race, which is, what I did too. And that's really what I think he's got to be worried about because in general, I think Yusuf, Matt's such a great puller. And Yusuf's going to try to, be Yusuf to beat him. You know what I mean? Really get into his head. I think Matt's on a stronger level than other guys, other people think and how they pull Yusuf. I don't see Matt getting uncomfortable with Yusuf talking shit. I think it's going to go right over his head, and he's going to be thinking about the match and technically and what he needs to do next instead of the shit talking. So, but yeah,
And just so everyone knows too, I actually am the one who reached out to Yusuf for this match. And he took it pretty quick. So I know that like we've kind of been on this collision course for a while. Um, and even though that was 2 years ago after he beat me, I haven't forgot about that match, and I haven't, you know, I think about it all the time, and especially nowadays, I think about it every single day when I'm training and I'm in the gym. I'm doing my vectors every night. Um, I'm constantly thinking about how he felt, even though I'm sure he's come way further, just like I have. I haven't forgot that match, so I've been wanting this match for a long time. So I'm very happy that he was able to accept it, wanting to accept it. And like there's like zero bad blood between Yusuf and I. I think he's a great guy. He's a great puller. So we're gonna be at war next weekend, next Saturday. But once the match is done, we'll be right back to hanging out, enjoying the event, and having a good time.
yep. That's another thing I'd like to say too. Shout out to the whole Ironlink Arms crew from Vermont, Caleb Johnson, Ethan Sherritt, Matt Bush, and all the rest of the guys, but mainly the guys that I know, um, which
I
is
think you
Ethan
know
Sherritt,
all of them, dude.
Ethan, and Matt
I think
Bush.
you know every Ireland guy there is.
I do, but personal, I mean family, I mean guys that sleep over. We've had dinner, we've had breakfast, we've hung out for days at a time. We've went to an Airbnb and a hot tub. I mean, we've done a lot of things together. So I just really respect them in general and what they're doing and how they do it.
Likewise,
They don't take any easy routes. They always fight the hardest up against the hardest guys. They always leave everything on the table. They're great people, and Yeah, anybody that's thinking of, oh, maybe I should go to this next tournament because I don't want to, I don't want to go to the twin. Just go to Matt Bush's, any Iron Link arms that they have, any kind of tournaments that they have. They're great guys. They're great people. If you haven't met them, go to their tournament. I mean, you won't be disappointed at all. They're gonna have great food there. Everything's gonna be fantastic. I know that for a fact. If you ever want to pull a 16-year-old um, absolute beast that you never think that probably monster through your left arm, go to Iron Link Arms. You know what I mean? Caleb Johnson's an absolute monster. Um, I don't know why you're looking at me like that when he smashed your boy, James. Just so you know. Anyway,
My boy?
so
Who the fuck's my boy? Hold on. Just for the record, who's my boy?
Wade.
I love Wade. I got love. But Wade ain't my team. Look at that. Wade's my boy out
Speaking,
of
look,
state.
he's not. Look. If we're talking about Caleb Johnson and Wade Roberts, I know and they're going up against each other. I know you'd be like, Wade's gonna smash Caleb. I don't even want to know why this is happening.
Listen, and
When meanwhile, you were so wrong.
in the history
You were
books
so
of
wrong.
life, no 16-year-old boy is supposed to beat. Wade's older than I am. So Wade should be, I think, 29 years old. So a 16-year-old should not be, especially if we're both considered pros of the sport. I don't have, but I know that I not to do when I happen. Did I on it that I didn't shake anyone's hand on, and I'm glad I didn't. These are all true. But Caleb did. It doesn't.
Speed kills.
Speed. Listen, factor. I just don't know what happened.
I know. I believe there's a strength factor, but if you can't get to your strength faster as somebody can pin you, then that's a fucking problem, bro. When you're
I
trying to
mean, that's
catch
fair.
somebody that hits as hard as Caleb, and
That's
you
fair.
can't be trying to catch that kid when he's hopped up on so much fucking juices and soda, and he's got so much goddamn. He's a grown boy, bro. Are you kidding me? He's ready to kill somebody. He doesn't have, he's hopped up on so much freaking Red Bulls and everything else. Are you kidding me?
Shit, Chip. I'm wound up a Mountain D.
I'm wound up a Mountain Dew, huh? But seriously, you know.
Seriously though, you're being silly. But Caleb Johnson is a very promising, and I'm excited to see what happens. And when he becomes a grown man, like Caleb, that's smart, doesn't get into drugs, doesn't get an injury, and stays in arm wrestling or becomes an athlete of some sport. I'm excited to follow his career. I hope to God he does it.
We're all screwed when he hits. Yeah, his mid-20s. We're all done.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'd say before that. I mean, 16,
Oh
17.
yeah,
I'd say probably by the time he turns like 19 years old, the majority of who thought that Caleb is going to be a problem. He's going to be an issue.
yep.
right. No. So I'm being realistic. I'm saying if Caleb hungry stays in it and starts strengthening, by the time he's 25, do I think he'd be at the national level worlds? Maybe.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd say before that.
at
I'd say
night,
before that.
right. At his trajectory of what he's at right now, any guy that's only tens, not really weight training, you know what I mean? They're known in their local clubs and their states as being guys. I think Caleb smashes him by the time he's 19. Just and just
He's smashing them
but what
now,
I'm
and
saying
he's
is
16.
right, but I don't think I'm not shitting on Caleb, but I've done it myself. Talent gets you so far. I want to see from Caleb is a professional level of training. Again, I don't train with him every day. I don't see what he's doing. What I'm saying is if he takes the sport literal, he's weight training and practicing on the table at least twice a week and weight training twice a week and eating good. By the time he's 25, this kid will be a problem in the world division. If he doesn't, that's fine. Listen, right? This is life. We got sports, we got hobbies, and there's all sorts of shit. We got something that's not life for some of us. We got shit to do. Maybe he gets into lacrosse or soccer. I pray to God not volleyball.
No,
But
no, I won't let that happen. That's my boy.
uh,
He's not going to get into that stuff.
right. But you know what I mean, though, Matt? How many,
I
or
got you.
again, how many people have we met that were killers, amazing arm wrestlers, this amazing strength athletes, and then this life happens and they leave the sport of anything.
Yeah. Hey, we have or we had we had a kid. He was I think it was a year under Caleb. You guys don't know him, but he went to one tournament ever, and it was the Ronnie Bean last year, and he did the 198 AMs. 15 years old. I'm was he 14 last year? 14 or 15. Kid's huge. He's like walks around like 210, like 205, just 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", huge hands on him. And he went and pulled in the 98 AMs and he killed everybody. Tyler Edlin pulled in that class, killed Tyler. Like he wiped everybody, and it was like his first tournament, and he comes to like maybe every other practice, and he's just such a just like you said, James, he's such a natural talent, so strong, and he's kind of, I think he's at that point where he's wanting to do other things, and he's kind of fallen out of it a little bit, but we can't force him to do something he doesn't want to do, right? Even though we tell him he's amazing and he's got so much potential, he's going to do what he wants to do. You know what I mean? So, but he's a great example of that.
Well, listen, I want to say this real quick. I know I do these tangents sometimes, but Matt hit it on the nail right there. You can't force anybody to do anything in life. It all comes down to when they wake up in the morning, what are they chasing? What are they trying to do? And that's when you get the outliers, and that's where like we admire certain people, right? So like if I'd ask you, Steve, who in arm wrestling you admire or that you want to be like
I don't want to be like anybody. Who do I admire?
in
John
this sport
Brzenk.
of arm wrestling? John Brzenk?
Mhm. I met him and talked
Or do you
and had a heartfelt conversation with him about just life and what he does for work, and had dinner with him and talk about just normal stuff. And I've met a lot of arm wrestlers. I mean, so many: Devin Larratt, Michael Todd, Camille Jablonski. I mean, so many one after another. But I'd have to say somebody that I don't know if I would want to say I wouldn't want to be like him in the arm wrestling world. Just but I mean, just the type of person he is. That if I would look up to anybody and their career and what they've done and how they've done it, and the size that he is, definitely John Brzenk.
all right. Now get at that though is like what it made you admire John Brzenk? Like was it a video? Was it when you heard that this guy at 18 years old won worlds and then for the next 25 years in the over undefeated?
Well, it wasn't only that. I knew that before I met him. It was meeting him and talking to him and how personable he was. That's what really got me to like him. And then just talking about his career and his wife next to him the whole time. Taking care of him, and it was just nice to hear a different side of him. So.
Okay. I like that. Matt, who's the guy you admire or like look up to or follow in arm wrestling more than the rest?
So I would say it's two guys. The first one I would say, and it's not really somebody that I want to be like. It's more like somebody I want to beat. Would be Mendagas, Terrasitis.
Oh, so good.
Obviously, that's a crazy goal, but I
Is
watch his
it?
match. Maybe not.
No, but
That's
I
yeah.
hate that.
No, you're
I
good.
didn't
No,
mean
you're
to,
good.
but
Yeah.
I want to make the sure he says he different than you. Is he?
No. Maybe I'll reword what I said.
In arm wrestling.
So it's a crazy goal, but it's still a goal. Um, we could talk about it as a long term goal. Um,
Yeah.
but he's somebody I want to beat. Somebody that I admire would probably be Shvetan Gashevsky. the master. He's I probably very early on when I got into the sport, I started watching a lot of his stuff and his style. And for somebody who is so light, and he's I want to say he's got to be in his mid to late 50s. So he's been doing it. He's been arm wrestling for a super long time. But he's so good in his technical positioning, and he can hold these guys that are like twice his size, and who are also very good. So I'd say I admire Shvetan for his hard work and his consistency over the years. And then I also admire Mendagas, but it's more so, you know, I want to get to the point where I can beat someone like that because he's very good, but he's very cocky, right? Like Mendagas is he's one of those guys that he's going to be beating you, but and he's going to let he's definitely going to talk that smack too. So I kind of see his personality with other people, closer to this area. I think somebody like Yusuf pops up, right? Like how Yusuf is. He kind of reminds me of a Mendagas kind of in a sense, right? So I think that's why I'm so excited about this Yusuf match is because I do see the similarities in style and personality. So it's like if I can beat Yusuf, it's
I
almost
can
like
beat
I'm
Mendagas.
well,
I
one
no, no,
step
no.
closer to
I
that.
like this
Well,
hypothetical.
Mendagas. That's Yusuf's. I think that's Yusuf's favorite polar too. So
Yeah, which
Really?
makes sense because he
he
pulls
pulls
very
exactly like
similar
him.
to
That's
Pulls
yeah.
exactly
stupid.
like him. He's very smart. Such a great polar. So
But
yeah.
definitely the personality. I think they got a very similar kind of personality. But they're still great guys. Yeah, they'll talk crap on the table, but then afterwards they're like the coolest, people in the room. You know, uh, yeah.
Shout out to Todd Hall, David Stone, T.J. Gulo. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah. So how about you, James?
Um, so respectfully, I didn't even know arm wrestling was like a real sport until I think it was AMC. And anyone that doesn't know what that is, it's a TV channel before streaming existed. Yeah, I'm dating myself. And it was called The Game of Arms. And I was like, yo, they got arm wrestling on TV. By the way, like I grew up in county fairs where farmers would bring their sons to prove who had the strongest son. That's what arm wrestling was when I was a kid. Um, I saw this guy, cocky, arrogant, and he was beating everybody. Travis Bajan. Um, and I hated Travis at first because he always talk shit, right? People that are out and arrogant. And then at a point, I went, "Is this guy really this good?" And he's just beating everyone, or is like, "Is this guy good?" And he understands the mental aspect of, say, if I'm at 99% strength level and you're at 98, right? And that makes for a close match. But if I can mentally break you by round one or even before a go, all of a sudden now I'm still at 99 strength, but now you're at 85 because you're doubting yourself. And unless you feel confident before a go, you're never going to really give me your 100%. You get smashed. Um, and then so right there, it made me realize the mentality of the sport because I used to think arm wrestling was like a strength sport. I was like, it's not a real sport. Like to me, if there's no mental aspect of it, anyone strong can be great. Which again, respectfully, you look at like Dennis Saflinkov is one of the best in the world. Why? I wouldn't say Dennis's IQ on the table is like phenomenal, friggin' strong. You couldn't stop him.
Right.
So Travis Bagent was probably my first guy. I and then Brett was running the 200-pound weight class forever, like the 198s and like 205. And all of a sudden, he went to the super heavies, and I was like, man, Devin's gonna get smashed. Super heavies, you got Dave Chafee, Agent Michael Todd, Jerry Cataract, all these killers. And then all of a sudden, Devin was beating all these guys, but Devin wasn't like beating him in strength. He was changing his setup for every guy and doing something different for every guy, and somehow beating all these world champions. Holy shit, is there more to arm wrestling? Like Travis was my first thing of the mental, but I was like, Devin is IQ and just down, just like in a chess match or anything else, and figuring out their weaknesses and exposing it. And I think a lot of people forget. Like I remember watching Devin when he was the best in the super heavies. I know he was known as a best in the world for a minute, but you know what I mean? Like until he really cleaned the names up, there was always these doubts like what happens when he pulls this guy? What happens when he pulls this guy? And I watched Devin go from beating everyone or to not beating everyone, lost to Michael Todd to a really solid match. And then King of the Table happens. Devin smashes Michael Todd. Doesn't look like the same person. Why? Because he realized Michael Todd, you can't just hit. You need to take the hand before you hit Michael Todd. And then you watch the way Devin smashed all these Europeans. And the one that really I thought was an outlier was Hermes Gasparini. You look at the way Devin shut down Hermes Gasparini. It might have been on 3 weeks' notice. It might have not been. I don't care. When you can shut down a guy that's considered the best in the world, or at that point, let's say he's number two, because LeBron was always number one, even if he didn't pull for the title. To shut him down 3-0 like that shows you the difference of strength and mentality and desire about getting up every morning and training. And again, Devin is probably one of the few, or probably one of the only North Americans in the world that is a professional arm wrestler, where that means he gets paid to arm wrestle, he gets every morning, he trains for it. So I love Travis Bajent. I mean, kind of got some rough salt in the wounds meeting him personally. That when they say don't meet your heroes, I shouldn't have. No shit on him, but you know what I mean. When you look up to somebody, you build them as a superhero, and then when you meet him, you're like, oh, everyone's a person. We all have our faults, and that's unfortunate. But I haven't met Devin yet, so like Devin is like my true superhero of the sport, and
You love Devin. Devin's a
yeah,
great guy.
dude. Again, I got love for him. I ain't even met the guy. That's what I'm trying to say. That's crazy.
I hung out with him, smoked with him. He's cool, man. I like Devin.
Steve,
Yeah.
what are the odds that he's going to be there November 8th?
Say again.
What are the odds he's going to be there on November 8th? Because I know a lot of the Ottawa High Hooker guys are going down for that big
Challenger
event.
Series?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
November 8th? What's November 8th?
It's the Challenger Series. Dan Citrella and Daniel Schwartz are putting together. I think it's in Long Island at the Dance Fit Club or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
is this
Fit
where
something?
friendly
something.
ladies? Is this the friendly ladies dance club? Is that what we call that?
Yeah. It's a Fit Dance Club or whatever it is. But either way, they have a decent amount of matches already right now. About 25. I think they're trying to do 50. But unless their sons are going to go pull at the Challenger Series, I don't think Devin's going to be there. If Milo was there, maybe, or
Hey, what's Milo Larrett weigh?
198.
Damn, dude, I would take Milo left-handed.
He'd smash you. I'm just kidding. I really don't know, to tell you the truth.
I've seen his matches left-handed. I don't think it's match. I think I beat Milo, or not Milo. I think I beat Auden left-handed.
I think Auden would definitely smash you.
Left-handed.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm the best in the state left-handed.
Fresh for fresh, she would smash you.
You know, it was a weird one, and I don't know if we talked about this, but we're on the tangent. Milo didn't beat. You ready to hear it? Milo did not beat Bill Sinks right-handed, but you know who Bill Sinks beat right-handed just recently?
Storm.
You say that again, I didn't hear you.
But I'm saying, are we really comparing Milo to Bill Sinks and Storm right now?
No, we're done. We're done with Milo. I just wanted to get.
I was gonna say, what are you talking about? Milo's like Aiden LeMay will beat Milo. I mean, so
Right or left?
right and left.
Yeah.
You think? Whoa! You think Milo can beat me left? But you're saying Aiden can beat Milo left and right?
I think Aiden will smash you.
So Aiden has beaten Milo.
Yeah, Aiden has beaten Milo, and Aiden will smash you too.
Yeah.
Wait. You think Aiden LeMay beats me
I think
left-handed?
Aiden LeMay will press the shit out of you left-handed.
Aiden LeMay, I hope you watch this, comment on it, and I'll drop some video. You, Steven. How dare you? Weight classes are for a reason, and what you're saying, these are words of treason.
Yeah, he's at 176. I think if you come down some weight, even if you guys meet, or if he even comes up at like 190 something and you're like 2 something, I think he'd smash you.
So James,
Just utter nonsense. Utter nonsense.
if or when Aiden beats Ben Ciampoli in December, how is that going to change your input on that?
So
James will get smashed by Ben.
I pulled both guys, and to say I thought about this long and hard. Ben's weakness is non-strap hooking. What does Aiden do? Is a contain, drive shoulder, and he tries to do the chop. And if he can't do the chop, he'll try to press, which is a kind of a snap. What does Ben suck at? Fast
Speed.
snap. Yes. And you know where I made a mistake in arm wrestling, and I think a lot of people do, and I think about it and eats at me, is I listen to Steven. I listen to Matt Bush. When I go to these tournaments, they say, this guy's he's the best around. No one's going to beat him. And then I go, okay, I won't beat this guy. And then I don't try as hard as I should because I go, I shouldn't beat him, right? He's got this title on him. When I pulled Bensi Apoli, I took him right here, and then the match stopped. But the whole time I went, wow, I can't believe I got him right here. You know what I mean? And then he caught me, and I'm so overwhelmed. Like, oh, that's why he's so great. He caught me. And then I'm sitting there driving home, and I'm like, when I had him right here, why didn't this press? Why didn't I chop or just set the line and go diagonal?
Yeah.
I'm like, I already had the hard part over. To get a dude off center and get him almost 3/4 of the pin pad's the hardest part, especially with a guy that's strong.
Yeah, but it's having to finish that.
I would agree. Finishing is hard if you're not like a technical puller and you're a guy down, right? Like you're just.
I think it's harder to finish a guy than it is for you to get him even closer to the center to your side of the table. I think it's harder to finish.
I would agree with that only if you didn't know how to pull. So if you're a guy that hits and is out on the table and you're caught down here, problem, right? I can't do anything except for wait you out and hope to God that you don't blow my hand out. But if I'm hitting and my hand's right here, and my shoulder's protected, any good arm wrestler, if you catch me and I'm trying to top roll, you could either flop wrist press down, you could chop forward, try to get your wrist bone on their forearm and cut the lane and head not this way, but at them and put them in a weird break arm position. Like there's a lot to arm wrestling, but guys panic, right? Or guys don't understand. This is where IQ and practice pulling. When people practice pull, they don't understand what they're doing. I think sometimes they go too hard and they get injured and they're not trying to figure out their moves. The biggest thing I tell guys is before practice is I'll do a 2-hour weight training session, do heavy weights and get my arms about dead. And then the goal is to beat guys at practice with no strength. So then it comes to IQ, form, and technicality. And you got to remember the fundamentals. Protect your elbow, protect your hand. Your hand shouldn't be outside your shoulder. The only time I'll leave my shoulder is if I go to like this, and I got it from Devin, is where you basically let them run with it, and then you go to the far edge of your pads here, as far away from as you can, and you kind of dump your hand. You don't dump like this, but like this, protect your hand. So when they go to press, you just get their thumb. And then they go to flop wrist, but they're so far out of their shoulder, guess what? The line doesn't line up, and you come back around, and you pin them. So yeah, that's where I stand on that.
Gotcha. You suck.
Again, IQ on the table, I think matters. Again, Yusuf or not Yusuf. Fuck Yusuf. I love Yusuf. Aiden LeMay does not beat me left-handed. What do you mean, Steve? You were there when I beat Aiden LeMay blind.
Did you? Were you? This is a Vermont?
Yeah, Vermont States. I beat Aiden LeMay blind. No eyes.
That's ridiculous.
You walked me to the table, you prick. How do you forget that?
I completely forgot I couldn't see that day.
Oh, fucking dirty, bro. So I just want to get back to Matt real quick. We've done enough about me talking, and I feel very rude, and I got to work on myself about that. But Matt Bush, the man of the night, is it tournament October 25th, Saturday? What time does it start?
So we're looking to start the super matches probably around 11:30, and hoping to have them wrapped up by like a 1:30 time frame. And then, I mean, by like probably 2 o'clock at the latest, get the tournament rolling. And we're not going to have, novice, semi pro. We're going to have, just AMs pros, women's, kids, masters, and then we'll have an overalls at the end. Um, and we're doing something a little bit, I wouldn't say unique with the overalls, but I think a lot of tournaments, what they'll do with the overalls is they'll just put all the first place people into a bracket, and then they'll just run it. But how we're gonna do it is we're gonna start with the two heaviest classes. They'll go, and then we'll work down to the 54 guy. That way, the 54 guy, let's just for example use Chris
And they go up
Michaels.
against 243 plus guy.
Right, because someone like Chris Michaels, he's good enough to where he might be able to get through the 76 and the 98 guy, but if he's got to pull the 220 guy who's kind of fresh, that's not really that fair. So we're gonna start heavy, and then we're gonna work down to that 54 guy, so it
That's
kind
smart.
of works a little bit more fair. Because we have $250 payout per arm for overall. So, you know, if you're super good and you want to come make some money, you could potentially walk away with, if you do both arms pro and you win overalls, you could walk home with $700 because we're doing $100 first place pro cash payouts as well. So,
Nice.
Ooh.
yep.
So, Kurt Hauget, don't show up to this one. I want my left-handed overall. Yo, I think as long as nothing happens, I'm gonna be at this tournament. I'm really excited.
Yeah, man, we'd love to have you, and the
I
whole
can't
crew.
I can't wait. Yeah, I hope Burdock comes. I hope Patrick probably won't make it. Steve, I hope he comes. I hope Phil comes. Hope Brian comes. We got a new killer. I don't know if you met him, Isaiah Startwell. He's the new heavyweight contender of the state, left and right arm.
Oh,
And Isaiah just beat me left-handed in a hook at Vermont Shield event. It was three weekends ago.
How heavy is he? What's his weight?
Isaiah weighs 213 as of 3 weeks ago. I don't know what he's weighing, but he's coming up. But you want to talk about a guy that looks like you ever seen Troy with Brad Pitt?
Yeah.
Imagine a bigger, jacked, sexier Brad Pitt. That's Isaiah Startwell. I
jeez.
call him I call him Goldilocks, but dude, kid's built. And dude, 6 months into the sport and is one of the best guys in Vermont. That's what I want people to understand. Remember, we were talking about natural talent?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring him, have him come show his grit, and I mean, it's tough to estimate what kind of outcome your tournament's going to have because you can have 300 people say they'll be there and they're gonna whatever, and then you get 60 people. You know what I mean? But with the super matches, with the clubs I've talked to, um, with the individual phone calls and texts that I've had with people, and even people I've never met before that are texting me saying, "Hey, I'm bringing my kid to try the kids class," or I'm bringing my team, from this part of the state or whatever." It's I have a good feeling we're gonna have a pretty good exposure. So someone like him, who he's kind of getting his feet still in the water, I think this tournament will be good for him, and we're gonna have plenty of live streams going on. We're gonna have professional photography going around, and we're also gonna have Thomas Didi. He's coming down to do some videography, and he'll be doing his YouTube channel. So he's gonna walk around the venue. He's gonna do a video of the venue, talk to people. We're gonna do some maybe light interviews if we have the time, and then he's gonna film all the super matches, film all the tournament. So he's gonna get a good montage of the whole event. So uh, yeah, it'll be good to have some good exposure for this.
Nice.
Yep.
Awesome photos.
Yeah,
What a
Thomas.
great, what a great dude.
Yeah, really nice guy. Good work. Really nice guy.
Yep.
But yeah, any other things you want to go over, James or Matt?
You want to talk about your event you just had this past weekend?
Oh, Mr. America, yeah, that was great, man. That
Yeah.
was that was a full, exciting weekend. It was good, good pulling. Wish I pulled better. Um,
It's all good data. It's all good data.
yeah, just got to get
Yep.
better. Hands got to get stronger.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a good venue too. Seemed like it was a
yeah, really nice
pretty
venue.
good spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was at the Tropicana Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So it was a really nice spot. It was at the Mr. America. We had the main stage, which was great. Um, yeah, that stage was phenomenal. It's the step up in having that adrenaline rush and everything like that. It was good. It was new to me, but yeah, just got to train harder, get back and do it better. I thought I had a pin in that last match, but it is what it is, man. Refs are refs, and can't really say much, you
That's
know.
right. Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
besides
your
that,
first time sometimes ain't fun, dude. Sometimes it's not even consensual. Sometimes people's first times are rough, hard, or they're stepdad. At least your name Christmas.
you're making this seem like it's a fucking like I don't even know, James, to tell you the truth. But yeah,
Just wake
I
up
mean,
every morning, brother. Wake
all
up
the
every
matches were
morning
really good
and look in the mirror and say, "I will not be a victim today. I will not be a victim."
today.
Yeah, you're a strong, independent male. Remember that.
Just gotta keep on saying that in the mirror.
I do every day.
But yeah, no, it was good. All the matches were good. Um, Shout out to James Reed for putting everything all together and the whole crew. Michelle Dugan did great. And
Did
yeah,
she
man,
win?
she won her super match. Yep.
Hell yeah. Hey, I wanted to
Um,
ask. I saw the photos on Facebook. How come James Fitzsimmons wasn't in the photo at the Mr.
he
America?
left.
Oh, he was pissed, huh?
Yeah.
Was it a
It
close
was a little
match?
weird. It was a little weird, and I can understand too. I mean, some of the rules were a little off, and
Give
I trained
details.
a certain way, and things changed at the last minute, and then
I need details. Did James Fitzsimmons get beat, or do you get beat by the?
no, he got beat.
So what's the problem?
Yeah, I guess he's not used to the rules because it was on a Mac table and things were a little bit different. But I mean, you lose, right?
Right. That's the big thing right there, and I hope a lot of people learn that. Is it sucks, right? We all lose, but it's the people that get up the next morning, keep training, keep eating healthy, keep working, will
Yep.
win eventually. The people that quit on a sport because they say they got robbed or cheated, guess what? You will lose and you will die a loser because you quit.
Yeah, and he will keep on losing.
Yes, sir. Steve is not going to be a victim. He's going to keep training, and the next super match will be even better than the first super match. And there was a
Yep.
lot in your super match. I ain't saying this because we're homies and we're on the same pod. I was not nervous, but I was nervous. I wanted to see your first super match, but I was like, oh man, I hope Steve's not a pussy. I hope he's not a quitter. Dude, you went in some nasty positions that I do not respect as an arm wrestler, and you didn't quit. I'm just being blunt, bro. A couple of them matches I was doing it, and I weren't even there. And when you were like, I'm like, don't do it, Steven. It's already happened. But I'm gonna still scream, don't do it. And it might have been that third round, I think might have been a pin. But remember what I said about flop wrist pressing. It's that desperate move where you've tried all your tricks on a girl and she still says no. So then you just tell her your dad has a boat. That's what a flop wrist press is. Like, my dad's got a boat. And you
I
say,
have a boat though.
you did it. You did the same thing. You said, I have a boat.
Yeah.
You don't need to tell the lady you have a boat. You gotta try your best.
No, but I did, man. I tried my best. I tried to do everything I could. Try to give him some back pressure the last round too, some side pressure, he had a better hand. You know, hands down, he had a better hand. And two of the rounds, man. I mean, a couple of rounds. When I was pressing, I didn't feel my hand touch my shoulder. I watched the videos again. Didn't see my hand touch my shoulder. I saw his hand, so I don't know if that's a foul or not. You know what I mean? His hand touched my shoulder, so I don't know if that. But it is what it is. I just got to keep my hand stronger, keep it in front of me to make sure I don't have a call like that. Put my shirt up to make sure there's not even a question if it touched my shirt or if it touched, you know. But yeah, it is what it is, man. You know, you lose
Just
some, you
take it
lose.
off next time, homie. Be like, look, my nipple ain't touching, bro. Unless you got long nipples. Fun fact: you got some super ass long nipples, and God gave you a disadvantage. Tape them fuckers up so they don't get you.
But yeah, no, that was what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? It was an adrenaline rush, man. It was a crazy adrenaline rush. It was awesome.
Better question: what was that like, Steve? Let's end it on that. Like to have your first super match. Kept saying you weren't ready. Guess what? You did it. What were your emotions like? You're getting up to the stage. You're like, oh shit! I've had 100 promotions. I wouldn't say 100, but you've had a lot of promotions. You've done this by now.
Hmm.
You've seen it. You probably practiced. Had like quote unquote people. You know what I mean? But this is a match. Everyone's on a title. It's on a card. People know they're going to go see this match if they go to this event. That feel, knowing you're like, okay, here we go. Like, how'd
It
that
was
feel?
it was a little different, you know, walking on the stage and stuff. Getting ready before, you know, walking up on the stage to make sure I have the adrenaline that I need. Um, Roger was my corner guy, which is great. Roger learned. We talked about, you know, what I needed to do, how I needed to position myself a little bit better, try not to lose my hand, keep my shoulder behind it, which, you know, we did whatever we could, you know. And but I'll tell you, I didn't doubt myself at any point. Like you said, you can't doubt yourself, and I went full throttle as much as I could, and that's all that really to me mattered, as much as, you know, going up there and leaving everything on the table, which, you know, I did everything. You know, I mean, tried to change positions, went back in there for another press after I thought I pinned him. I went back in there again. You know what I mean? So it's just fighting for, you know, to win. And even afterwards, you know, like JJ Jackson, he goes, dude, he goes, way to open the show. You know, that's what I think matters the most. You know what I mean? Is make sure you just put a great show on and leave everything on the table. I don't think there's anything better than that to make sure that there's no question. And do you think he tried? Do you think he really? Yeah. You know what I mean? It's good. It's good to sweat your ass off and everybody seeing that you did and you put everything in there. And like you said, even trying everything I could and being in those positions and still hitting in those nasty positions, you know, it just shows how much grit, how much heart, and how much want, you know, you have.
Absolutely. You did what you trained for.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
You know,
Absolutely.
I've seen that on Superman, like guys where you're looking at, I probably wasn't gonna gave up on. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't even. You know, it was an
Hmm.
was, you know what I mean? They just lost. And again, the matches we remember, dude, sometimes isn't where a guy wins. There's always a respect where he'd win, but he fucking fought. You know what I mean? He went out and you know what I mean? And I think that's where you become fans of people right there. You're like, oh, this guy ain't a quitter. You know what I mean?
That's what I think matters most. You know what I mean, leaving everything on the table. And that's what I respect about a lot of the pullers. And then that's why you see a lot of the pullers again on the cards next time I have another super match or anything like that or another tournament is because they leave everything on the table. They do what they got to do to beat them, and even if they don't beat them, I just still respect that they just left everything on the table. So I mean, who wouldn't want to watch another match with that guy that literally left everything on the table, was in nasty positions? You know, I mean, leaving pretty much putting everything out there. You know, as much as you can, and everybody seeing that. I don't want to say is vulnerable, but it kind of you look at a person in a different way, just so you know how much they have, to put in. So it's a different form of respect, I would say.
No, dude, I totally get it. Why do you like movies, right? When we watch an action movie, have you ever watched a shitty action movie? You're like, this movie's stupid as shit. And then
Hmm.
you watch like Gladiator, Braveheart, old time relic movie. You're getting fucked. If you can watch Rocky and say you don't get up, you're a fucking liar. But why? You know what I mean? You know it's faked, but there's something debating about a guy that you know is supposed to lose, but he wants to win so bad, and it doesn't matter. He believes he's going to win. He's going to do his best, and he does. And everyone loves that story. But again, you'll see it the other way around where a guy like Yusuf says he's going to win, talks all this shit, and everyone's like, oh man, why is this guy pulling him? Quote unquote. We got this underdog story right now. Hypothetically, maybe it's not an underdog story. Maybe it's a mismatch of the century. I don't know. I want to see October 25th at the Tournament of Terror. You got an address?
Yeah, it's gonna be at the Robert E. Memorial Building in Woodsville, New Hampshire. It's on the flyer. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, or you can visit our Facebook page.
All right. I'll make sure to share that. Send it to me on Messenger too, just so I
Sure,
can do a share for you.
I got you.
Iron Link Arms, go out there October 25th to their tournament. They're doing great things. Caleb Johnson, Ethan Sherritt, and a lot of the guys from Iron Link Arms are going to be in the super matches too. They have a phenomenal main card, which is Chris Michaels versus, what's this Polish guy's name again?
Lucas Kopisk.
Lucas Kopis. Sorry, Lucas. But can't wait to see that match. Same thing with you and Yusuf. Same thing with Ethan and Tyler. Those are the matches that stood out to me the most. I think they're going to be phenomenal matches. I think all of them are going to be great matches. But in general, those are the matches I'm going to be looking out for my personal self. Especially my guys are going to be there. Ethan, Tyler, you, Yusuf, Chris. I think it's going to be great.
Chris
Yeah,
is
I
going
can't
to
wait to see
smash his
everybody there.
face.
Say again?
USA.
Yeah.
I get goosebumps thinking about it. It's gonna be a great match.
Go on to Matt and reach out to Matt. Get yourself one of these phenomenal shirts, for the tournament. Doing great things, great shirts, great quality. And yeah, you have anything else, James, to throw at us, the menace?
No menacing conversations here. Just all love tonight. You better change me to the guru. I can't wait, dude. Everybody train hard, train healthy. Matt, you know, bro. I can't wait to see the match. I can't. Steve, are you going to this event?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be going to this event. Well, I was supposed to be going to this event, and my girl on the 25th has a, what is it called again? Diplo's Run Club or whatever. That's going to be in the city of Manhattan on the same day. And I want to go to this event so bad, but she's been helping me out with every single one of my events, and it'd be disrespectful for me not to show support to her on when she's going to do something. So
We totally understand, Steve. You
I'll
gotta do what you gotta
bring
do.
I'll bring a photo of Steven with me.
yeah, bring a
There
photo
you
with
go.
me, please. Yeah, I wanted to go so bad. Everything was all good and everything, and then now things changed a little bit, and I just can't leave her, just for the fact that she just shows so much support at every single arm wrestling tournament that I have, making food, just going and
Yep.
supporting as much as I could. And
You got priorities, my friend.
yeah, but
All
Hey,
good.
Matt, you're pro. I'm gonna be Dave LeMay. Fuck Steve Fernandez, dude. Fuck all these guys with all these promotions that aren't coming to your promotion. I'm gonna be there. Just remember that. Remember that big guy.
Well, we appreciate you too, of course.
Hey, Ireland Arms.
Yes,
I Borderline Arms appreciates Ireland Arms, dude.
and vice versa. Likewise, yes.
And
We're all part of that Northern Vermont crew. So
yeah,
yeah,
dude. Yeah, you
shout
just
out
have
to
a
Iron
better
Link
dude.
Arms, Borderline Arms. Shout out to everybody. Thanks for watching, and share, like, and subscribe. Facebook, YouTube,
Like our
and yeah,
OnlyFans.
like our OnlyFans, and yeah, that'd be even better.
awesome.
Subscribe.
Thanks
Thanks,
for having
guys.
me, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
Matt,
you,
for coming
Matt,
on
for
the
coming
show,
on.
man.
Thanks for having me
Yep,
on.
absolutely. Shut up, James. Shut up. All right, guys. Have a good night, man. Thanks.